Alright, hello university students. My name is Kevin Bonnar. I'm a second grade teacher at Eagle Bluff Elementary School in Onalaska, Wisconsin. Your teacher Shelby asked me if I could share some thoughts on differentiation, maybe some experiences I've had. And it's right in the middle of baseball season, so I'm unable to make it into your class, which would be ideal. But I offered to put my thoughts in this video, and hopefully it's helpful for you guys as you move forward as teachers. This is my 4th year teaching second grade here at Eagle Bluff. I absolutely love it. Love the age group. Just love the atmosphere, everything about it. I don't really picture myself ever changing grade levels. Definitely will never go higher than maybe 4th grade, something like that. I like the younger students. I like the energy they bring, and I like the material we go through. Differentiation for me has really grown as my career has grown. I've really got to know that there's just various levels of differentiation. There's people who take different aspects of differentiation and can really fly with that. But really the main thing that I hope you understand is there's no real solution here. There's no book I can give you to read. There's no classroom experience I can give you. It's just something you really need to figure out as an educator, what areas you're comfortable with, what areas you need help with. So everything I'm giving you is from my view and my experiences. A year from now could be totally different. But I think I do have my groundwork laid. I do think that I'm getting better at differentiating in the classroom every year. I try to get a little better, and so here's my thoughts on it. The very first thing for differentiation, and this is really the root of my educational philosophy anyways, is really getting to know your students. And getting to know them is more than a test score. Getting to know them is more than a couple paragraphs that last year's teacher may have written. Really diving into who they are, what they're all about, and that's another reason I love second grade. I'm with 23 kiddos every day, all day. Absolutely love it because I am able to get to know them. So whatever grade level you're at, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Learning inventories, meeting with families, parents, just sitting down with kids at lunch, all that stuff. Soak it up and really get to know them, and it'll help any style of differentiation, or any level of differentiation that you're trying to reach. Number 2, the second thing I always try to approach differentiation is to set individual goals for students and set them high. You want to push each student, low performing, high performing, middle of the road kiddos, you want to push them all a little bit out of their comfort zone. I mean, that's really why we're here, is to get better every day and get a little better each day. So, getting to know them helps find that comfort zone, and then once you're there and you've established that relationship, then it's time to start pushing, just raising the ceiling a little bit each day, adjusting as you go, but don't be afraid. Set those high goals, and then you have something to focus on, something to chase down. This is something you probably have already learned in class. If not, I'm sure it's coming quick. There's really 3 areas to differentiate with students. There's content, process, and product. The content is just how much of something you're gonna give them when they're learning. Am I gonna expect a student to master their multiplication table in one day? Maybe. Am I gonna expect another student to just get their 1s and 2s that day? Maybe. But that's the content. So how much of the curriculum you're going to deliver at a time. The process, am I going to do that in a small group? Am I going to do it in a large group? Is it going to be a mix? Am I going to use technology? All that great stuff. And then the product is, what are you expecting back? Do I expect so-and-so to write me a 4-page nonfiction piece? Yes. Do I expect another student to maybe just get a couple paragraphs? Yes. That goes back to what's their goal. What are we trying to achieve here? Student A might be ready to produce multi-chapter pieces of writing, where as student B needs to work on sentence structuring and just give me a couple good paragraphs. Whatever that next step is for each student. And then following up, this kind of wrap this up because I think there's other people talking to you as well. I fall back on that relationship piece. Relationships are absolute key to really being a good teacher at any level. And I think that's why you guys are probably lucky to be in Shelby's class. She's a wonderful person, builds amazing relationships in our school district. Relationships with students, parents, families, anything like that's going to help you differentiate. And also relationships with your fellow staff. I left one thing out when I was talking about setting those high goals. One thing when you're chasing after those high goals, you need to be flexible, you need to be patient, and you need to be humble. And I put in that last piece because here lately with RTI and everything, I've learned that as much as I want to roll out of bed every day and deliver absolutely everything to every student in my classroom that they need, it's just not possible. I need to collaborate with not only my grade level team, all the specialists in the building, the special education teachers. There's a piece that I've learned in the last couple of years that really don't be afraid to ask for help, don't be afraid to share ideas, resources, all that stuff. And so that's why I put that humble piece in there. So, great relationships, and then just maintain yourself as a lifelong learner. There's no way you should be running off worksheets for next year already, or, and these are things I've seen happen. You need to stay hungry for what's new out there, what's new information. I'm kind of a tech geek, so I'm constantly looking for new ways to have technology help me in the classroom and help my students, and just use your past experiences, because you'll build a lot of strength off that, but don't ever think that student B is going to be just like student A because they have a couple similarities. You can't put a square peg in a round hole. So definitely individualize as much as you can. And just don't be scared of differentiation. It's honestly something that if you've spent any time around children or in a classroom or even a small group setting, you're already doing it. A lot of it is stuff you're already doing, and I remember the days I'd get a little tense and be like, oh, what? No, they want me to differentiate. And it doesn't mean you sit down and write an individual lesson plan for every student in your room. That's not it. That's not what differentiation's all about. And really, in the long run, it's just working smarter and not harder for your students. And if you base that off those relationships and really approach it in a way where you're meeting those individual goals and working hard to do that, you won't find yourself spending a lot more time on differentiation. It'll just come naturally to you, and you'll be ready with it. So stay flexible, stay patient, and don't be afraid to ask for help. After saying that, I am available for anything and everything. If anybody wants classroom experiences, if you have any questions for me, or there's any way I can ever help you out when it comes to teaching kiddos, just let me know. You can get all my stuff off district website. Shelby could probably hook you up with my email. Email works best. But like I said, open door for my classroom, anything you need. But thanks, guys. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. You're in good hands with Shelby, and have a good day. Thanks.